The view was pretty, but that didn't last. I got to see countless cities. Sometimes it's easier to let go. Follow your gut, take the right road into the unknown.
Hi, ladies. It's Coach Russ. Just wanted to go over a few things from our game on Friday night against the Firebirds. We're going to make it hopefully quicker than the last one, so let's rock and roll. Here's the first play. This is a nice out at first base. Nice, very good. Let's watch it one more time. Good. All right, so the only thing I want to point out here is we're starting with no runners on, right? This is the very beginning of the game, okay? And as we roll forward, tell me right now, the ball's in the air. It's right here. Who's backing up first base? No one, right? So this is one of those times when there's no runners on, that we need our catchers to follow the runner down the line because we have a throw coming into first base, especially if the throw is coming from the left side of the infield where it's going to be a harder throw, it's going to be a faster throw, especially on a ground ball that is not hit, or a sort of a weak line drive like this one that is not hit very far. You notice that before the fielder has the ball is hit so softly that the runner is the hit batter is already able to make it about halfway down the line before we even have a throw. So if this was on the left side, this would be a much quicker throw. So this is a throw where we absolutely want the catcher to follow down the line because our right fielder is occupied. Remember, our order of operations is ball, base, backup. And our right fielder is absolutely doing the right thing. She is moving in. She's moving in to back up the play on the ball, which means that there is nobody available to back up the throw to one except for the catcher. Okay. All right. The other thing that I want to point out, and this is really nitpicky, right? This is Coach Russ really being nitpicky. Look at our third baseman over here. The ball is in play and it is being thrown to one, and our third baseman is watching her teammates make a great play. Well, Coach, what is there for me to do? The play's over here at first. Cover the bag, right? We cover every bag on every play because let's think it through. If there was a wild throw, an overthrow that went all the way, and this is Patriot Park, let's say that we got a wild throw, went all the way to the fence, the runner immediately makes a turn, goes to two, and by the time the runner takes a turn at two, we have the ball under control and we have to throw from here all the way to three. We could have a play at three on an overthrow. And at that point, in order for you to get on the bag, you would have to take your eyes off of the runner, off of the throw in order to come over, find your foot position at the bag and make a play at three. Okay, so cover every bag on every play, assume that there's going to be a play at your base and get yourself in position. Okay, next one. This is a soft hit down the first base line. Yep, it's all right. I know you guys remember this play. All right, let's watch it one more time. Maddie, I'm not picking on you here. I know first base is a new position for you. I'm not worried about it. But I want to talk about what happened here because I think it's a chance for us to review why we do a couple of things. Okay, Maddie, playing a new position. All right, but let's remember that no matter where we're playing, our order of operations is always ball, base, backup. Okay, the ball is always your ball until someone else calls for it. Okay, we have to communicate loudly and early. Um, and this is clearly first base's ball. Okay, you can see where the ball is. The closest player to it who is moving in the direction of the ball is first base. If I back it up a little more, second base reads it and realizes that, oh, I'm going to have to cover the bag. And so what she does, you can see she's heading straight for the bag. She's not heading for the ball. But when she sees first base change directions, right? First base moves to the ball. But then when she sees first base change directions, oh, I got to cover the bag. Now second base moves in, changes direction, and heads for the ball. At which point first base realizes, oh, no, that's supposed to be my ball, goes back for the ball. And as a result, we have no one covering the bag. Okay. So this happened for a couple of reasons. Number one, it happened because we weren't aggressively moving to field the ball, assuming that every ball is our ball unless we're called off. And number two, we're not having loud and early communication here. Okay. If second base, and I'm not picking on anybody, but if second base right here had yelled from your mouth to Maddie's ear, I've got bag, that tells first base that she's the only one who can make a play on this ball. She's got to get to the ball and throw to the bag. All right. So if that communication from our second base had been, I've got bag, then this probably would have gone a different way. Okay. So we have to communicate loudly and early. We have to remember that our order of operations is always ball first. And we have to always assume that it is your ball unless somebody else calls for it. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the third one. The third one is a hit to left field. I'm sure you all remember this one as well. Okay, totally busted play. Okay, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. You see Coach over here with her head down, like, I don't know what my runners are doing, but I'm glad that worked out. Okay, let's take a look. Let's go all the way back at the beginning because we're not doing this just to show you all of the plays that went badly. We're doing this so that we can learn and understand our responsibilities on defense to make all of our jobs easier and less stressful when we're in the field. Okay. We've talked a lot about who has priority on certain balls, okay? Who has priority of calls. We know that the shortstop is in charge of the infield. We know that the catcher has the final call on everything. We know that center field has the final call in the outfield and can call off any other outfielder. Let's take a look at this ball, though. We get a tweener. Shortstop has to move back. Left field is moving in, okay? Center field is moving in, but it's clearly on the left side, and the ball lands right here. Okay, a couple of steps away from left field, 3 steps away from center field, and way over the shortstop's head. So, ladies, you all know that the player who is moving in towards the ball always has priority, which is why any pop fly on this line between the infield and the outfield, that is an outfielder's ball, okay? Infield, it's important to turn around and see where the outfielders are playing so that if the outfield is playing at C and we get a ball in shallow out, the infield might have to cover that ball. So you got to turn around and know when your outfield is. But again, this is an issue of early and loud communication. This is the left fielder's ball, ladies. Left fielder, and my question is, did the shortstop call the left fielder off? Because if she didn't, then the left fielder needs to be calling the shortstop off, and she needs to do it loudly and early. Mine, 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 mine. Okay? Call the shortstop off and call mine, mine, mine. Outfield, infield, wherever it is, the player moving to the ball has priority. Okay? All right. Once that ball is under control, we wind up with 3 players standing right here. Okay? Ladies, look at third base. we have third base calling for the ball, okay? And if we get a throw to third, our pitcher is right here crashing to back up the play at home. She sees the runner rounding three. Ladies, who is backing up a throw to third? No one, right? Because left fielder went to make a play on the ball, shortstop went to make a play on the ball, center fielder is there. Once this ball is down, though, and we have multiple runners out, center field is here to back up a throw to two. Left field is here to back up a throw to two. I need somebody here to recognize that we have a possible play developing at three, and somebody needs to go back up three. Okay? All right. Next part of the play, right there. Okay? One more time. Outfield, we have worked really hard on, and I know that this is Amelia, right? This is Amelia, and she has not had the benefit of all of the work that we have done. But right here, this is an example of why we work on bringing the throws from the outfield down. Because if this ball had been on the dirt right here, or the turf as it is, we had a chance to pick the ball and keep this runner at three, right? The other thing I want to point out next is for our pitchers. KK is right here, and we're both watching this ball sail over Sonny's head. The reason I tell pitchers that I want the backup back here at the backstop is that if we do get a high throw that goes past the catcher, you need to be at the backstop in order to pick up the ball. So I'm going to play it in real time from the time the ball crosses Sonny's head until the time that we have the ability to throw the ball. Look how much time expires. Ready? Here's the throw. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ball is back in Sonny's hand. 4 seconds. Ladies, fast runners take 3 seconds to move between bases. From one base to another, roughly 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds. Okay? 4 seconds with runners out on the base and the ball not under control, that's a lifetime. So we need our pitchers or whoever is backing up the plays to be at the backstop. Okay. All right. Now, I promised you that we would talk about this later. I know that this was one of those situations where everybody just was like, oh God, what did we just do? Okay. But let's talk about it. Right here, we have the ball under control. Our pitcher throws the ball back to the catcher, and we have 2 runners. We have a runner on third, and we have a runner coming in from second to third. This is a huge mistake. And ladies in B, when your opponents make a mistake of this magnitude, you got to make them pay. You got to make them pay. Okay. We have 2 outs here. So this could have ended the inning. Okay. So let's talk about this. The runner at 2 was advancing to 3. She was the batter here. Okay. Which means this is not a back pick at 2. Throwing the ball to 2 does not record the out. It just gives the runner at 3 a chance to score. Okay? There's no back pick here because this runner here, she started right here in the box. Okay? So let's think about it another way. What's one of my big rules about throwing and runners? We never throw behind the runner. That's right. And we have a runner here, so everything from here to the right side of the field is now behind the runner. We never want to throw behind the runner. Okay? And by throwing the ball there, we don't get a back pick. We just give this runner at 3 a chance to score and save her friend who ran by mistake from 2 to 3. Now what happens instead is we again throw behind the runner, right? Our lead runner is here, and we again make the decision to throw behind the runner to 3. Okay? And unfortunately, we get a throw to 3 that is not on target because look at our third baseman. Our third baseman, is she in position for a ball to make a tag? No, she's out of position. The ball gets past her. We do not have, look at our shortstop. Our shortstop is right here. Look at our shortstop. Does she move to the fence to back up a play to 3? No, she stands there and watches thinking, what the heck is going on here? but we don't have anybody backing up the throw to 3. As a result, when we get a wild throw to 3, third baseman has to leave to chase down the ball. Shortstop is still here thinking, oh, shoot, I was supposed to back that up. And she comes in to cover the bag. Okay. And unfortunately, everybody is safe. Okay. Let's think about what would have happened if we had used Coach Russ's solution, which is to take the ball when you have the ball and run directly at her face. Okay. If we had run the ball out here right now, what could have happened? We have a pitcher. She's going to come in here and cover the plate. Okay. If we run out to her face, then and this runner leaves to try and get past the catcher, she's going to be out. We're going to get her in a pickle between third and home. Okay. And we're going to make her out. If the catcher runs out here and this runner attempts to go back to second, well, now the catcher is behind this runner returning to second with the ball and can throw, and we can get this runner in a pickle. The only downside there is that this runner is then going to advance to home and score. And as long as she crosses the plate before we record the out on this runner, that run will count. Okay. So the worst case scenario is that this runner is safe at third and this runner scores, right? If the catcher runs out here with the ball, this runner stays at third, this runner goes back to second, well, then the outcome is nobody scores and there are no outs, right? If the catcher runs out here and fakes the throw to 2 to get this runner to step off the bag and try to go home, then we get the lead runner in a pickle and record the third out. Okay. So by running towards the situation that's developing with the ball, you actually give yourself a chance to get the lead runner and record the third out. Okay. All right. Here's what I really want to talk about. Here we go. Sonny. Sonny's got that's strike 2 right there. She didn't want that ball that was kind of up and on the outside. That's good. That's a good decision. You do not have to take any pitch on 0 or 1 strikes that you don't want to match. But now she's got 2 strikes. Coach tells her you've got 2 strikes. Choke up a little bit. She chokes up a little bit. She gets her toes up on the line. She moves up in the box. And anything close, she knows we got to put it in play. And we rip it to the gap. That's a great 2-strike approach. It's a great hit on 2 strikes. Here we got Morgan. Morgan has 2 strikes right now. Coach is over there telling her, hey, you got 2 strikes. Got to put it in play. Got to put it in play. No steps in the box. Chokes up a little bit. Changes her approach. We get a chopper. She legs it out. See? Get a wild throw because they're rushing to try and get the lefty slapper. And it's an RBI. It's an RBI. Great 2-strike approach. Next up, Maddie. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to see Sonny score again. Boom. Now, we can argue about whether the ump made the right call. I think she did because the ball is in the third baseman's glove right now. We're advancing, and Maddie's already over the plate, and she doesn't really have the ball, okay? But look, is this Maddie's best hit? Is this Maddie's best hit ever? No, it's a little chopper to third. But on 2 strikes, it's enough to get her a hit, put the pressure back on the defense, and get on base, okay? Next up, Enma. Enma. Check this out, ladies. That's strike 2. It's a great swing, good decision, good location. Third base coach is telling her, hey, you got 2 strikes. We got to put it in play. Enma chokes up a little bit, moves in. Gets aggressive. And boom, we get a bomb. Beautiful. Bermuda triangle hit. The defense messed it up. Great job, Enma. That's a wonderful hit on 2 strikes. Okay? Here's the big one. I saved the best for last, ladies. This is a breakthrough. Ellie, I am so proud of you for this. Boom. Fantastic. Fantastic. Ladies, Ellie has been one of ours who gets frozen up on two strikes and takes strike three looking sometimes. I got on all of you for last week. Quite a few of you took strike um, took strike three looking on two strikes. We talked about the difference in approach, that I wasn't happy with that. Ladies, you made a fantastic adjustment this week. Ellie, I'm very proud of you for that. Enma, I'm very proud of you for that. Ladies, you did a lot of damage on two strikes, and that's exactly what we want. You guys changed your approach on two strikes. You choked up, you put your toes on the line, you moved up, you got aggressive, you put the ball in play, you put the pressure back on the defense, and it paid off. 14-4 against the Firebirds, a legit B team. Um, Very happy with the approach that you ladies took at the plate, especially on two strikes. Thanks for your time. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday for practice.